Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I am just trying to get my tablet to let me see you. And you know it's always a guessing game if it's going to allow it. Looks like it is. It looks like it is. Okay, good job. Maybe. There we go. Yay! And is it there? There we go. Oh my gosh. Come on. Go back. I'm sorry, you guys. Just give me a minute. There, it seems right now. Oh gosh. I think I keep hitting it with my thumb while I'm trying to put it in place. And now it wants to go sideways, but that's okay. It doesn't look like it's moving though. But hello, say hi. My little tablet seems to be frozen. I don't know what's going on. Oh gosh. Hold on. Please be patient. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. So let me try again before I give up on this silly thing. All right. It looks like I'm waiting to see. It looks like it's right. There we go. Yay. Okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. It's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. And I am joining you live today. It is July 23rd. July 23rd. And today, you know, there's free shipping today, and there is 75% off paper pumpkin refills. Now, I know that there has been, like, the system crashed earlier today. I'm not exactly sure where we are at this moment. I will tell you that the kit I'm about to show you, which is the one that they would have just been available to purchase today, it's sold out like first thing, like poof, gone. And when I show it to you, you'll see why. This is why you want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, because if you don't get a chance. And even if you didn't subscribe, you couldn't buy the refills anyway. You have to be a member of Paper Pumpkin. So we are going to talk about that, but first I want to say a quick thank you to my sweet, sweet friend, Kay Marcinko, who sent me this adorable card. She wrote some very nice things inside because she knows everything that my family is going through. And this is, I believe, an old Stampin' Up! Bundle that she used. I know this is one of our previous folders. So thank you, Kay. You are so appreciated and such a sweet, sweet friend for doing that. I really appreciate it. Okay, so here we go. Paper Pumpkin. Hold on, had to pick something up off the floor. You know, this is the normal box, but this is the box for this month. Look at how beautiful. The box alone is just so stinking pretty. It's just, it's so pretty. So here we go. I'm going to pull out what is left in here so we can, I'll show you some of the alternatives I've already made. You can see just from looking at this that the cards are just beautiful. So let me show you the cards suggested by Stampin' Up! For this kit, and they're just all on their own. They are so, so pretty. The insides are pretty plain, but the back has a nice printed cardstock on it. And it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. So there we go. And that. So what do you get? You get these envelopes. Oh, you know, I am always excited when they print envelopes. I don't know why. I just really like them. So the inside of this is printed like the back of the card. And that one is the same as the back. And then this one. So beautiful, beautiful envelopes to go with your cards, which always, when you're the receiver of the card, is just always so much more exciting. So here you are with these beautiful 3 cards you can put together. The stamp set is really cute. It comes with this flower design, which I didn't make any alternatives with it. I think I stamped on the inside of one of my alternatives with it, but it's got some great sentiments. A little tiny hello, celebrate you. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. That's one of my favorite ones. What is this? You're simply the best. And then this one says, friends like you make life beautiful. So it is a great, great set. It's called The Painted Petals, and it's the July 2024. Came with mini Stampin' Dimensionals. These are like tear and tape sheets, kind of the best way to describe them. A gray granite Stampin' Spot. I believe there's glue dots in here. Yep. Oh no, some pretty sequins, which we will be using. You know that your kits come with these little things so that when you want to put your stamps away, you can see what is in them. And then you've got these little tags to, you can see they're just kind of an extra embellishment on the card. Now this I thought was pretty interesting. I did pre-stamp all but one, because I'm going to show you how I did it. Pre-stamp all but one over here, but they came like kind of pre-fussy cut for you to fit the shapes, and it's not hard to figure out what shapes go on what sentiment, so you don't have to worry about that. And of course you've got the beautiful die cut flowers that came with it, and they are so pretty, and they fall out pretty easily, as you can see, which it makes you crazy when you're trying to keep them together. But honestly, to take them apart and have them come apart so easy is really nice, because then you're less likely to get those burrs on the end. So you ended up with 3 sheets of those, and then 3 each of the basic card base, which are beautiful all on their own. They're so pretty. Now I'm going to show you these because I used this background on one, and I punched out these 2 tabs. I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything with them, but I like them. All right, so let's go for alternatives now, right? All right, so I'm going to set these aside for right now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I did my sentiment. So I am going to grab my, forgot to pull it out, I'm sorry. If you have your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, you know how to do this with your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, right? Or your Stamparatus, which I wish we still had. We also do not have this little doohickey. It's called a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. But if you have, if you don't have this, you can go to your hardware store and you can get a T-square and then a nice thick piece of plastic. Even the heavy piece of plastic that comes with your stamp set, and you just press it into the corner of your jig or T-square. Then you take the sentiment, and I am going to use Celebrate You because that is the one that I left available. And it's not very straight on here, and that's okay. And really, these are clear stamps, so you could probably get away without a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig or your Stamparatus. But you're going to stamp it on there. Now, this is basic gray, so it's a pretty pale color when it's on this. I mean, you can barely see it on there. But now you're going to take this, and it's right here. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's right here. And a lot of them you had to flip back and forth. So I know that this has to go on here. And I'm lining it up with where it goes on that little die cut. This might be hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. That makes a difference. Kind of. But it is, this is the shape of the die. So now I have that on there where it belongs, and I'm going to hold that in place. I'm going to put my Stamp-A-Majig, or your T-square, right there. Grab the stamp again, go back into that corner where it was, and stamp straight down. And now I've got it exactly where I want it. So if you don't have a Stamp-A-Majig, go and get a T-square, or have somebody make one for you, or you make it out of some really straight pieces of wood or whatever, and now you're set. So I went ahead and I stamped all of mine just so that I would have them. And here's one where I got distracted. Can you see it? Look, very nicely done. It's just, it happens, right? It happens. So all right, so I'm gonna zoom back out so that you guys can, whoops, I always do that, so you guys can see what I'm doing on everything. All right, so I'm gonna move my jig over there. Now I have a couple of alternatives that I am going to show you. Now this first one, I was so excited when I came up with this one, so excited. And then literally about, I don't know, 2 or maybe 3 hours later, I was on the demonstrator website, and everybody did almost this exact same card. This is the card. But I mean, oh my gosh, and everybody did it. But I really like it. I still really like it. So I know that I want 2 of them. So I am going to take, I'm going to peel that off and set it to the side, even though I didn't clean it. I know. And I'm going to take the Celebrate, or what did I do? You're the best. You're simply the best. I think that's what this one says. Yep. And I'm going to set that on there. Not going to use my Stamp-A-Majig. We're going old school, people. And I'm just going to press it on there, and there we go. So now I have that on there. I know you guys have seen this card, so I'm not showing you anything amazing. All right, so I'm just going to fold it forward. So basically I'm folding it inside out. All right, and then I'm just folding it back on itself like this. I have some more that I hope are unique and not like everybody else's. And then in order to get this to fit, I used my liquid glue. And I'm just going to put it on. Now this is going to help because I can see exactly where I want it to go. So I'm going to start over here, and then I'm just going to very carefully put some on, whoops, this edge here. And if you're looking, you can see that it's like I get so timid that I don't even actually get any squeezed out. So there. So now I have enough on there. Now what I did, and I don't know what everybody else's did because I didn't look super close, but I wanted to offset it from the other lines so that you could still see the background in there. I think this one I went that way, but that's okay. And so they're super simple, and then just add the gems on it. Look, you guys, are you excited? I have my take your pick tool. I know. You know why? Because I'm doing a bunch of videos, because I have, my procedure is on Thursday. So I've recorded Saturdays, and I've recorded another video because my husband's is on the following Tuesday. He has a procedure similar. Mine's for gallstones, his is for kidney stones. We are just the Flintstones over here. It's like craziness. So anyway, I had to pre-record some stuff. So I am just popping some fun sequins on this card. So there you go. Super simple, right? Super, super simple, but it was so cute I had to do it again. It was just so cute. So now for this one, I am going to make 2 cards with this one, and I'm going to start by cutting out. I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches. Oh, that's a score tool. And then 5 1/4, because I'm going to use this as a background. And then this one I am going to cut down to 3 3/4, but I still want it kind of centered. So this is 3 3/4, and I'm kind of okay with where it is because there's more pink schmutz over here. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim that whole piece off. And then I'm going to cut off the stem parts to make it 5. All right, so now I have these pieces. They are going to go on top of each other like so. But I want to do something else with that. So like I said, I did not buy the extra dies for this quarter, but I do have the ones for last quarter. And I want this thanks right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it right there in the center, and I am going to cut it out. So I will be right back. I'm coming over here to my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, and I am going to cut this out. So I love a quiet video, don't you? Or like an empty one. So I'm here. So in case you're just popping on, I have not disappeared. I am just die cutting. And I'm not being too perfect with where I die cut. Actually, if you were to look behind my sample, here is what we're going to be doing. If you were to look behind on this piece, you would actually see that I punched out these 2 like that before I thought about the thanks. So the thanks actually ended up being cut out kind of the center up here. But that's not what I'm doing this time, so there we go. So I love this little die. I love it. It's so cool. And even like this one, these were so awesome. I'm not 100% sure if they're still available. If they are, you probably have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get them. But yeah, but I'm keeping them in here because it has the butterfly, and last month was the one that had the butterflies. So keeping them all together. All right, so now I am going to adhere this to this background. And then I grabbed, this is from the Ribbon Duo pack, and it has a 2 different ribbons in it, pink and I think this is Granny Apple Green. There's the pink. I don't know why that's loose. Probably decided to trim it off of something. And I am just going to cut a piece to go around like so. And then you guys know I like to put a strong adhesive on the back. So I know I want it to go right about here. So that will make me know where I want to put my adhesive on both sides. Like so. Then I'm just going to eyeball it. You can lay it out on your glass mat, which is available on my website, MemoryINKers.com. If you do not already own a glass mat. They're awesome. They're awesome. Then I am going to use a piece of thick basic white for my card base, which I have already pre-scored. And I know I tell you guys this all the time, but I'm going to tell you again. When you have the thick basic white cardstock or any dark colored cardstock, black, Night of Navy, any of those darker colors, you're going to want to score it before you fold it. There's something in the dyeing process that, although all of our cardstock is 80 pound, except the thick, I forget what the thick basic white is bigger, but there's something in the process of coloring it that pumps it up when it's a darker color. Probably has to soak in there longer, I don't know. But that's what they tell me, and that's what I choose to believe. Now, I want to put this up on dimensionals, but even our mini dimensionals are going to have a hard time fitting on there. So, I actually even cut little pieces of some of these unusual ends. This is one is just sitting there. But you know how you've got these edges? So sometimes I think that I use these almost always when I'm doing some kind of a word thing that I think needs to have some dimension on it. So one of the ways you can do it is you can cut it all the way along like that, and then you end up with a strip. And yes, I know we have the strips, but even those strips are too thick. So I'm actually going to peel this a little bit just to make it easier to find it later. And I put a lot on this, you guys. I put a lot because and I'm going to do this at the top of this T because, oh, look at that. It's actually almost too long. Nope, it works. And then here is for the K, because some of these, and that is going to be too long. So hold on, let me snip that one a little bit. And I think I'll put that on the S there. And then you can determine if you want more. I do want more, you guys. So I'm going to come over here and let's do it this way. And I'm going to just make some snips here along those. It's another fat end. Don't ever say that to a woman, because that would just be not nice. And I'm just going to find some places that I want to put it. That might be enough. I think that might be enough. So, just so you guys know, yes, I could have cut it out with our foam adhesive sheet, which I think I took that all the way off. I did. We have that foam adhesive sheet, which would have made the whole thing stand up. But not everybody has those, so I like to show how those work. And if you don't know what that is, let me pull those out. Let me finish this or I'll forget what I'm doing. And so I will show you those. They are little sheets. They're little sheets. So you see they're small. They are like 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and they're dimensionals, but it's one full sheet. So I could have put this on the back of the cardstock and then die cut it, and the whole thing would have had adhesive strip on it. But like I said, not everybody has those. So let's set this on there. There we go. And then I took the Granny Apple Green dark blend, and so here's my original. So it has sequins on it, but I wanted them to be green. So I got out my Granny Apple Green blend, and I just colored 3 of them with the end. Now you can see I pressed a little hard and I'm fraying the end of my blends. Don't do that. I'm rough on my tools. I don't know about you guys, but I can be kind of rough on my tools. Can you guys hear my table squeaking? It's driving me crazy. I don't know what's doing it. I have no idea, but it's like squeaky. So there you go. So there's that. All right. So now what am I going to do with the, with this piece? Well, I'm going to show you. Look how fun this is. Isn't this fun? So obviously I tried doing it just on the black and it looks okay, but it's almost like funeral, and I wanted it to be a little bit more cheerful. So I'm going to show you how I got that background on there. All I did, and this is for the inside, all I did was I took my craft, the Stampin', the white Stampin' Up pad. I don't even know if it's craft anymore. I've had this for so long. I don't even know. But it's the one that's the pigment ink. And I just sort of pressed it on there, and I moved it a little bit to get some more kind of dimension from it. And there. So see, that's how I got my background. Again, I wanted this up on dimensionals, so I'm going to just do it the way they did it. I think I actually took some time and put some on the edges over here, which I might do because to me it seems like it needs it. Just my personal opinion. Here's some of the small ones on some of these pieces that are sticking out. Oh, I want to pop that out. There it goes. So you don't have to get as crazy as me with dimensionals. I just, I hate the thought of it going through the mail and getting mushed. I can't help it. That's how I feel. So, oops, there's two of them there. These are one of the ones I cut. Apparently I didn't cut it all the way. Can you guys see that they're sticking to me instead of where I want them to go? Of course they are. And there. Now I got to push them over because I can see that they're hanging off the edge a little bit. And I don't want that. So now I have all of these pieces sort of kind of almost done. And I can take off the backings on these. So I don't see any comments, but maybe I'm just not seeing them. So say hello. I see that there are several of you watching. So don't be shy. Say hello to me so I can say hello back. All right. Don't stick to me. And then I can set that right over that misty white color. Yes, I know this kind of looks like it would be great for a sympathy card, and you're right. It would be good, but I tend to make sympathy cards as I need them, because to me they just are something that's got to be so personal that I like to do them when I'm thinking about the family that I'm giving it to. Now, remember this piece? That is where this came from. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again. And I am going to trim this off carefully. And this one I cut it so that it was shorter, but I think I'm going to let this one be the full length of the card. So I am going to add some adhesive on here so that it will fit. And then line it up to one edge and set it there. Kind of make it as straight as you can. Okay. And then just snip that off. And then, let's see, I think I will use one of the other sentiments if I can remember where I put them. Here they are. So on this one I did, You're Simply the Best, but I think for this one, I will use So Lucky to Have You in My Life. Now, I pre-stamped all of these with the gray granite, but it would have also been good on this card to do this one in black. But I didn't, so the gray granite will have to do, right? So, I'm going to show you some more alternatives. I do have one card left that's just the regular card, but I'm going to, I'm not going to remake that alternative. I'm just going to let it be. So, I think that one is still on there. Nope. Okay. And where did I put my sequins? You guys see them? They're probably right here in front of me, right? Somebody shout if you see my sequins, because they gotta be here somewhere. Huh. Oh, found them. They were way off to the side. Way off. Now, I didn't put any sequins on this one. I don't know why. I guess I just forgot. But I will put some on here. I think this is one of the first times I'm going to be using up almost all the sequins. So there you go. There is that alternative. So I'm not going to show you the alternatives for this card, but here's that. And I showed you that. And so this is my alternatives for that. This is actually cut out of this background, as is this. And they are cut with the, what is this called? Deckled rectangle dies. These are online. And you can see I stamped the daisies on here. It's this daisy and this smaller daisy on here. And then I used this center, I believe. No, that center in Lemon Lolly, just to add some additional color right there. And I did the same thing with these sequins. I colored them with my dark Lemon Lolly to give them a yellow hint. And then for the flowers, which I still have over here somewhere, I actually, this one is backwards, this piece. If you look closely, I'm going to zoom because sometimes you guys can see better. If you look closely, this is a different background than this one. And what I did was I thought I was going to be really cute, and I inked up the folder and then embossed it, and I really hated it, really did. So this is actually the reverse. If I were to flip this over, you would see some really ugly inking on the other side. But then I thought, well, this works, you know, for the little daisies. So those are my alternatives. I have plenty of little doodads and whatnots available to play with later. And somewhere I have, there's my little daisy. So I can either make another one of these cards, or I can do something totally different with it. I haven't decided yet, but I really like it. So it looks like Linda Kendall sent me a star. So thank you. All right, you guys, have a blessed and wonderful week. Like I said, I will be having my procedure on Thursday, so your thoughts and prayers would be greatly appreciated. And of course, continued prayers for my daughter, who is, by the way, at her status quo again. So whatever, y'all heard the story, so I'm not going to go through it again. So I don't know how I'm going to feel or what I'm going to post. I know I'll have a sore throat. That's all I know for sure, because they're going to go through my throat. So yay, I'm so excited. Actually, to get this over with, I am thrilled, because I have not been very comfortable. I'm pretty miserable these last several weeks. So anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.